can't even do the normal intro because I don't remember it.
Morokaii with 2 eyes.
That is our name.
Yeah, that's right. We're not even wearing the merch anymore. We actually sold out of merch.
Yeah, if people are wondering where we are, we sold out of all the merch, and we've just had
massive hiatus.
We've just had issues with our supplier.
Yeah.
So obviously,
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, obviously when we did the pod, everyone was like, "Where's the merch? Where's the merch?"
Too much merch.
Yeah, some would say. So we've just been trying to get on top of that with just the high demand.
Yeah.
And good. It's everyone should know we have plenty.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry.
Send those orders in.
Yeah. No, I was talking to my brother the other day, and he said, I need a hoodie. And I was like, well, mate, go to the garage. What size do you want?
You never believe what I've got for you.
And I said,
I actually don't really like any of those colours. Oh, wow.
I said the biggest mistake was not fucking going just grey and black. Just classic.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love them. I think they look great.
I reckon they come up well.
But you need like
just the
right attire.
Yeah, very true. And black and grey just go with everything.
Mate, they do. But we're doing a pod. Do you know what's so funny? There's someone like me and my friends know in our life that does a podcast, and every time she does a pod, they're like 10 minutes.
10-minute podcast.
I'm like,
just call it a mini.
Yeah.
just 10 minutes.
I sit there and I go, is that class as a podcast? I was like, we used to do short ones, but the reason we did short ones like between 20 and 30 was literally because the camera would run out at that time.
Like we actually couldn't go any longer.
Yeah, so we were stuck. And it was good a little bit to break it up and have a bit of a reset.
I feel like the half an hour though is a pretty good time. Don't get me wrong though, obviously that 45 is a sweet spot. But
10 minutes though.
10 minutes is too much. Like how do you cover...
Oh, she covers nothing.
I was going to say, by the time that you do your intro and like, say if their podcast is sponsored or whatever, like just everyday life, by the time you do like a quick like catch up, then it's like, anyways, I'll quickly tell you about the story and you can listen to next week's episode or tomorrow's episode, depending on how many, if it's a daily podcast.
You'll love this. You know the walk we just went on?
Yes.
When I was doing that, it was like a month and a half ago, and I was walking it with my girlfriend, and we walk back, and as we walk back, there is, no joke, a car has its bonnet up, hood up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yep.
The
front or the back? Front, yeah.
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 Did I say both of them?
No, well, you said the correct terminology for both. But
beautiful.
Yeah, it's
I know cars.
Yeah.
So
very well.
So he had his front lit up, and then and when he had it up, mate, engine was on fire.
Really?
It was on fire, and there was no one near it. I was like, what the fuck? And we're like looking at it,
like
and
Simpsons
someone,
or something. Because you know how everything just combusts.
He came sprinting out. So obviously he's driven home. So he's seen it flaming, and he's been like, shit. It's going to be quicker to go home than pull over. So he's pulled in.
Respect.
Ran inside, got a bucket of water.
Oh, okay, right, interesting.
Ran outside. He's like, I'll make up the names. Like, Michelle. And Michelle's on the phone. She's like, yeah, the address is blah, blah, blah. He pours it. He opens it up. It is on fire. Pours it on. That doesn't help. I don't know cars, as I said, with the front lid, but I swear I've seen on some TV shows, you don't throw water on the engine, do you?
Oh,
like a flaming engine?
Well, probably not on a flaming one, but
I heard it's bad.
I would think that it would like ruin.
But then water fixes. I don't know. Anyway, and it went up even higher. And we're like, holy fuck. And it looked bad. And I would stress out too, because it's like a fire you can't put out. Like,
yeah. That's a big issue.
So we started walking back, and it's a long road. And as we get down the end of the road, we just see fire and everything. The flashing lights.
Nice.
So not a good day for that guy. Yeah, good day for us though.
Yeah, good
First
good
pod
walk.
Back. Yeah, good walk, good gym
beautiful.
session.
Yeah, we have. And
haven't done a pod in a while.
It's been a long time. I was actually thinking, I was like, I wonder what YouTube would say when our last one was, but
you know what was really nice? Like, it was because it was so long ago. Still had people reach out like, "Where's a pod? I'm missing the pod."
Yeah, I've got a few people who are like, "You and Luke actually gonna?" And it's like, look, it's been in the talks, but
yeah,
life,
literally.
But I don't know.
We went hard.
We went very. I mean, and
wasn't it like 5 pods a week?
Yeah, it was crazy. I think. Well, I was working my previous job, which was a supermarket chain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, you know what? Let's just share the shit. I was this assistant manager at said supermarket, and it ended up just being way too hectic for me. And I guess I checked out from that, was getting a bit stressed, and then obviously being my best mate, But also treating this as like not a hobby, but I get like a hobby slash sort of business venture in hoping that it could expand and become a big thing. Obviously then wanting to make sure that I'm meeting the targets that I've sort of personally set for myself as well as you set for me, and not letting you down, because obviously early on, like I definitely wasn't doing my fair share of the bargain and all that. So I wanted to get a lot better and all that. And I was just like, this is just with work and then doing the podcast. I feel like then there was just no time to myself either.
Yeah.
And I was still like, I still want to like be hitting the gym and like, so, and it's just like,
Yep.
fuck, like it's just too much.
And I think I was at a point where I was like,
And then
I
you
looked
were
at you and I was
doing,
like,
like,
bro, I'll quit my job for this. I was like, I'll end it.
It was good though, because I feel like if you want to approach something, like especially now, as everyone loves to say in the big 2025, you sort of got to be balls to the wall.
Yeah. I think
Like,
I went to.
obviously, there's a time and a place, but
I wish I did it differently because, for example, like, it's like when I tried streaming. Like, I enjoyed it and I loved it, but I also like look back and I was like, what was something that I was offering? What was different?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I did it because I enjoyed it, but it was also like, it's hard to grow when like everything is so cookie cutter, and that's why the fake pranks and all that stuff goes fucking wild, because it's all set up. It's all fake, or even the real shit. Like, it has to be so next level.
yeah,
That
100%.
And it's funny watching how the gaming is dying off on Twitch, and it's more just talk and people
like,
just reacting to shit.
chatting, like IRL streams and all that jazz. Even like the podcast space.
How soon do you reckon till like streamers are going to come to Oz? Because like obviously we follow America, and America you look out and everyone's got like they're streaming, everyone's going into restaurants doing stupid shit and like recording. I haven't seen that here yet.
I wonder,
It'll come.
Oh, it'll definitely come. And when it
Especially with the newer
does,
generation, like the young kids in high school.
because that's all they're watching and consuming.
Bro, do you know ChatGPT? I pay
engine.
for it.
You pay for that.
I
now.
pay for it because there's a
Wow.
limit to you can talk. I'm not kidding. I'll get in the car. I'll talk to it for ages.
Really?
Yeah, dead set. I like
Wow, I just
literally.
wouldn't-
I'll set it up, and it's like a phone call, and then we talk to each other about just everything. And because it saves all your information, it knows everything about me. So it'll bring up stuff from the past. Be like, do you reckon you're feeling this because this happened in this date, and then this and this?
That's insane.
And it's like, oh, how's your neck from Muay Thai? And I'm like, oh, it's good, mate. But I really want to talk about recovery today.
do you get to pick the voice
Yeah,
as well?
yeah.
So like Morgan Freeman.
Oh, not that intense, but there's like, I think there's like,
just like, look, how's your neck? She's like, well, Morgan, it's not good. To be honest with you, mate, it's been a lot better. And then like the
mate,
next
like
day,
you in
like, oh, I want it to
Shawshank
be-
Redemption,
Yeah,
it's
I want it to be
it's going
Tom
to
Hardy
shit.
today. You know what? It was a pretty shit day. I want Gordon Ramsay to just really,
or Tom Holland.
yeah, or
that
him.
calm voice. Yep.
Yeah,
Man,
that'll
But yeah.
get. Surely it gets to that stage.
it will. I don't know if you've seen, because I'm back on TikTok, and I hate that I'm back on
Yeah,
TikTok.
no, I'm
But the
bad on TikTok
AI
at the moment.
videos of like, I watched one of Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of my favorite shows ever, and it was a legit AI video that looked like the TV show real, and it was just Aang talking about slapping up Katara the whole time, like real inappropriate stuff. Like,
And you're like, this. Did I miss an episode?
yeah, bro, it's so bad. And it was the same with like, there was I can't even say most of it because here's the thing, right? So many people hide behind their screens because they can just use like a different photo and whatever. Like we've always talked about, like
Correct.
we would love a life where like YouTube comments on that, it had the person's face,
Yeah.
their age, and you just knew, and
Yeah.
so much shit wouldn't be talked.
No
but now
way.
with AI videos, they can literally type in the prompt, say something so racist or so
Outrageous.
terribly outrageous, and they can hide behind it,
Yeah,
and they
Well,
just
even-
upload it, and it's like real. Like I give it 2 years until we're watching AI movies.
Well, yeah, they're already getting, I suppose, just artwork in general. Like a lot of stuff's now AI generated. You see on YouTube, thumbnails are being done via AI. It's only a matter of time.
It's gonna happen. I'm
Man,
wondering
how many
when
jobs get lost then because of that, or
I
is it
try not to.
reversed because it's like
I don't know.
someone's got to like do all the prompt and all the work to still feed that information to.
Bro, if you think about it, how many times it's like in life. Like I got a mate who I don't know if he said this to me, but like he works his ass off, and I swear when I talked about job loss, when it could have been something different, it was years ago. He goes, man, there's every year there's someone losing their job in some way because something is advancing. You create more space. Like you can
Yeah.
find something new. You can work hard at the thing you got. Like everyone's always gonna be losing something, but there's also more opportunities.
There's a lot more gain, I guess.
There's
Yeah,
heat.
true.
Like think about Yeah, TikTok is crazy, but that has launched millions of businesses
Oh.
and made people fucking
Well,
millionaires.
especially with, I mean, even myself, I'll upload on Instagram, obviously, like some reviews, whether it's bloody soft drink, alcohol, food, or whatever. But if you're reviewing said product, then obviously giving that notoriety, you see how many cafes in Melbourne do you just go and you're like, you know what, I want to eat there now because I saw a TikTok of said video.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that was,
Like, can we talk about the fucking fact that coffees are like now $6.50? I've like gone
that's
off them.
ridiculous.
And I seriously, you can quote me on this podcast, give it a year, I reckon a coffee will be $8. How crazy is fucking...
How do you
they're
afford
not
that
even that
daily?
great. Like some cafes, you go and you sip at the first one and you're like, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
it's just subpar.
Yeah. So I just get
That's-
7-Eleven now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fuck. I can tell that I just make my own little coffees with my little Nescafe
So little
sachets.
Nescafes.
Yeah, I just rock them, man. It's a pretty good life. It's all right.
That's not too bad.
Do the job. I mean, I could understand wanting a fresh one now and then, though.
Yeah,
But
little
then
treat.
you also got to be real selective of the place that you go.
Mm.
What happens if your barista's not there? Like they're like, oh, I'm away now, and it's fucking Joe. Joe's doing the coffees, and you're like, oh, I hate it when Joe does the coffees.
He gets his dreadlocks in the fucking...
Yeah, and you don't
in the
want
milk.
that.
Nah.
You don't want that.
Fuck, I don't see many people dropping dreadlocks anymore. The mullet came back
Mullet's huge.
Fuck, man.
Especially here in Oz.
hard. How depressing is it? I was rocking a mullet year 7
Yeah.
by myself. Bully Central. And then everyone fucking decides to bring it back.
So, well, the most impressive
Rude.
thing is you've still got your hair.
It's
Because like, I don't have any. So, and I'm definitely not going to Turkey. And I'll be long in the ground before I'm doing Ashley and Martin, I'll tell you that much. The price for that is ridiculous, by the way.
It's turkey teeth and turkey hair, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
just Turkey in general.
I couldn't
is the
do the
place to be.
teeth. I didn't know that they actually shaved down the
Yeah.
tooth to little fucking
Yeah,
triangles.
little shark teeth.
Yeah, bro. And then you've got to fucking go get them like updated every like 10 years or something. Like it's, man.
Yeah, that's no way to. Oh, just the dentist in general is someone who's been living there like as of recently.
Oh, bro. There's, you know what's funny? There is so many fucking stories that have not been told because it's been so long. Like, did I talk about me getting my fucking wisdom teeth out? Like, did that happen on the pod, or was?
Not that I recall.
Oh, bro, I didn't know the procedure.
I'm lucky because for those, I mean, everyone that's listening and or tuning in, which if you're
Thank you all 5 of you.
if you're in the room with us,
Hoodies are coming your way.
so but
You've just got to pay for
I-
postage.
I was having dinner and ended up losing half a molar. Freaked out big time because I was like, oh no, my gum's exposed.
Tell them what you were eating too.
Lasagna. It's like the softest bloody dinner food that you could get. But the top was a little bit overcooked and crunchy. But yeah, I ate lasagna, fished half a molar out of my mouth, and I was like, well, this ain't good. Panicked big time because, as I said, yeah, gum was exposed.
I've panicked when I've just seen like a little bit of white and I've been like, fuck, I've lost a little bit of tooth. I can't imagine half a tooth
Well,
as an adult.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a kid, it's like, this is going under the pillow.
Yeah, straight away I'm like, this can't be good. This can't be good at all. So I looked up the dentist and all that, got myself in there, and they're like, all right, mate, so this is the procedure. Touch wood, there's not too much nerve damage, otherwise that's root canal. And I'm like, I just thought I was going to be getting a crown. So crowns basically, it looks like a little rubber stop, and then they can build like a tooth around that rubber stop is probably the best way that I can explain it. And that at the dentist that I went to, that cost me $1,600. A root canal, the dentist lovely said to me, he's like, mate, hopefully it's not a root canal because that's about $6,000. And I was like, do I cry now or later?
Probably invasive too. Like,
So anyways, got the crown done, 1.6 is down. Then had to go to the dentist again to get some fillings done, and the left side of my mouth deep cleaned. That was, I think that was $900, and I still have the right side to do. Monday coming. I've got the right side to do, so I'm going to be out $600, $900 again. And I can understand why people avoid the dentist.
yep.
But at the same time, I feel like it's also in the sense of the doctors, just do it once a year. Because then at least you're on top of things.
Like it's like your tax.
So
just get it done.
So then you're not in the same boat as me.
Yeah.
Because it's not a good time.
Because there's lasagna around every corner.
Yeah.
And
you
you
just
never
don't know
know
when
when
it's going to come out. So I still can't believe that's how it happened though. It definitely would have been a build up of just all the stupid bad food that I've eaten and some neglect.
Yeah.
But yeah, now, mate, you should see. I am flossing like there's no tomorrow. Like it is unreal. Not that I didn't floss before, by the way, but
isn't it? It's the scenario where you said like the dentist mentioned this other avenue that we may have to go down, and when it's like a look, we may, but it's probably not, and you go, oh my fucking God, that sounds like terrifying.
Yeah, please don't happen to me.
Please, no. Like, just no. When I went and did the my wisdom teeth, I had no idea the procedure. All I knew is I only needed the top two, and I didn't have to go under. And I was like,
you didn't have to go under,
like as in under anesthetic.
Really?
Yeah, I did. No, that's what I meant. I didn't know what it was because she said to me, "Do you want to go under? Like, do you want to go under anesthetic?" And I went, what? No, I'm fine.
No, you're crazy. That's outrageous.
So I'm like, I come to this all the time. She's like, okay, no problem. Anyway, I think she asked that prior, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Anyway, I go and sit down, and she's like, all right, we'll set it up. She puts the needles in my mouth. I'm actually okay with the dentist.
How weird, by the way, is that feeling when they're doing it?
Yeah, it is odd.
Because it's just like, all right, we're just gonna, and then.
But I'm fine with that. I nearly pass out giving blood. Like, I have to play music and, like, I have to make bullshit conversation with them.
I used to have to listen to music, but then because I've got eczema, I got so used to just doing blood tests.
Oh.
See,
I go white.
I just chat to I'm like, yeah, how's your day been?
No, I go white. And if I look at the needle,
yeah, okay. Yeah, been there.
Yeah, so she numbs the whole side of my face, and then she goes up, she's like, all right. And then she gets, like, the clamps or whatever, puts her knee on my knee and, like, kind of, like,
this is a weird massage.
This is how the dentist usually goes. And she was putting her knee on my knee for leverage.
Yeah, okay, right.
Because she was about to pull my fucking tooth out. So she gets the wisdom tooth and just cranks. And I like up, down. And I'm listening, hearing the, and then like a yank, and it just came straight out. Bro, and
they're in deep.
Oh yeah. And then that was going like, there was part of me like thank fuck I didn't know what this was. But then the other part of me was like, oh my fucking God, there's still on my tooth.
Yeah, shit.
So there's the excitement of just like, well, not the excitement, sorry. The gratitude of just like, fuck, if I worked myself up, I wouldn't have wanted to do this. But then again, there's one more tooth. She popped that one out so easily, like the one on my, I think it was left. Then she went to the right. There was so much pulling and twerk and sounds. And she tried to pull it out once and only came halfway.
Oh.
And then she got it again. And that was the side, because work was so funny. I took 1 day off of the dent. I didn't tell them I was getting I didn't tell them that was the procedure. I just said I'm just having a day off, and they said, oh yeah.
Mate.
Anyway, I called them later that day with my whole right side of my face that was fucked up. Like, it was so swollen. I can't come in. They're like, mate, it was just a dentist. Like, it's fine. I was like, no, I got my wisdom tooth. And they're like, why the fuck did you not tell us it was wisdom tooth? Like, why did you not say that? And I was like, I didn't know it was like a big thing.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's a huge thing.
Yeah. They're like, why didn't you take the week off? Or like, I'm like, oh no, it's just, I didn't fucking know.
Yeah, I got lucky because I had to get an x-ray done on my teeth as well when they were doing the crown, and the dentist was like, that's really weird. You don't have your wisdom teeth showing at all. And I was like, is that a good thing? He's like, that's so uncommon, but also like, that's a really good thing. Because everyone that I've talked to about getting their wisdom teeth taken out sounds horrible.
Especially if it's the bottom two as well. So if you need all four, some people, they have to go under. Like,
yeah, okay. That makes, yeah.
But yeah, that was...
sounds like a horrible experience.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Wouldn't recommend
it.
Did
they... I mean, I was going to say, did they at least have the TV playing above you? But I mean, if the dentist was obviously
every time that TV is playing, I never watch it, because if I'm looking up, I'm literally looking into the dentist's eyes, and it feels super uncomfortable.
The worst feeling has got to be when...
That sucky thing?
Yeah, mate. But then they don't. They like hit your lip. And they're like, oh, sorry about that. And you're like, I actually can't say anything. Right. I can't swallow my own saliva.
Yep.
You're telling me I need to widen my mouth more, even though I'm already like, and it's like, oh yeah, if you can just go wide, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, when you try to talk to him,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, Lee, if you're in any pain, mate, you just let me know.
You just squeeze my finger, big fella.
How do I let you know? All I can hear is
Yeah.
and I'm like, if I go, oh, man, like, you know what I mean?
Man, a girl I dated like when I was in high school, and one of her first job was like dental assistant.
Yep.
And she came home once and she told me that when they were doing the whatever it was with the little drill, like the rate, I don't know what it was, but it cuts.
A utensil.
Yeah. Yeah. And this woman was in the chair, and she was Chinese and she wasn't really talking English, and they were just like, no, you just let us know how you feel. Anyway, when they were doing something to the right side of her mouth, her tongue was meant to be just on the left side, like you don't move it to the right.
Yeah.
And she full on just swung it around to the right side, and it cut her tongue, and it was such a deep cut because you know how I think there's heaps of blood in your tongue, or
your tongue heals pretty quick.
It heals pretty quick, but it bleeds a lot, and it was a deep enough cut where her mouth just filled with blood, and then she like rushed out of the chair, and apparently she said she got into the corner of the room, like sat down and did like the don't come near me, as her mouth is just dripping blood.
That's an experience for your first day.
And imagine if you're like trying to also talk, and
It's
like
okay.
she's Chinese, and you're like, no, it is okay.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's a crazy first day experience.
Isn't that? Yeah. Oh no, sorry, I don't think it was a first date. I think just
well,
in general.
okay.
But yeah, that was pretty nuts. I was like, really? Out of all things, I couldn't imagine enjoying being a dental assistant.
Nah.
What are some of the jobs that you think like there's
Some like the
literally no
worst
way?
jobs?
My ones are if there is nothing you can do to create a faster experience. Like for example, the guy.
Oh, like more time efficient.
Yeah, the person that stands at Kmart.
Yeah,
checking
at
bags.
the front. What's up with that?
Yeah,
They're just like, you got your receipt, and they're like, pew, with like the gun.
and the amount of people that walk past that look sus that just don't do it, and then they're just looking at them walking past. Like,
Yeah, it's
well, what's the
constant
point?
judgment. It's like, mate, I'm not waiting in a 20-person line just so you can look at my receipt. They do that at Costco, by the way. Have you know?
They're
like,
big on that at Costco.
And they like look at it, and they're like, "Where's your Caesar salad? There it is."
I feel like Costco would be the hardest
And then they
to
like
steal from.
highlight as well. Oh, mate, Costco would be so
Because
hard to
everything's
steal
so
from.
bulky. So why are you
Yeah.
checking everything on the receipt?
I don't know. Even but how they check the card as well.
Do
It's like,
they?
where's your card? It's like,
Oh yeah, because you got to be a member, don't
yeah,
you?
you have to be a member.
What's the membership price for a year?
It's a great question. Oh, I would have to ask my
Isn't it
mum
like
because she
$50
pays
or
for
something?
it. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I don't pay for it.
Mum.
I got one. No, I don't. Yeah, and it's bad too because she's not getting her money's worth from me. I'm going to be honest. I like go every now and then, but nowhere near enough to warrant that membership
Yeah.
because it's always so busy.
Yeah.
Do you know people everywhere? And it's just like, oh, get out of my way.
Do you know who's not stingy? I don't know what the word to use for, but Anytime Fitness, they're shocking with their membership.
Really?
Yeah, they signed me up at a real cheap rate because I worked in the street, and then I started going to another Anytime Fitness to help out a friend, and then I was still a partner of the original one, but because I went a few more times to this new one where this guy lived, they transferred my membership over to that location and charged me a higher rate because that's what they charge. And I was like, hold on, your whole thing is like anytime, like you can go to anytime. Sorry,
I like that. That's good. I see what you're doing there.
Why the fuck is it a different rate? Like it should be the exact same.
It makes no sense.
So they kept charging me back, and I was like, oh, this is so annoying. Anyway, I quit, and then I only stayed for that friend, and then I tried to get this kid to like leave the gym, and he's like, oh, it's $200 to cancel your membership.
A cancellation fee as well.
And I'm like, well, buddy, you need to, because in the long run, it's going to cost you $400. And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, all right, well, you do with that what you will.
Gyms really get you with that, but obviously heading back to jobs that it be
maybe a staff member at a gym. They don't do a lot.
Staff member at a gym, even PTing potentially at a gym. Like if you have to build your clients, no, but like from the get go when you're trying to build your clientele. If you're not really much of a people person, I mean, yeah, okay, you can use Instagram, TikTok nowadays.
Yeah.
And sort of, I guess, change it so it's online.
For that one though, there's still like you can go out and prospect. Like you can go out and try to get business. So I think that one, it's more like you're just going and there is opportunity for you to go and get business. It might be hard, but the ones where they just don't do a thing.
Do I apologize, I'm cutting you off very quickly right now. But if you're a PT, because obviously you've had a PT at a gym that you and I have both gone to, do they have to pay for being a PT in that gym as well? Yeah, right. See,
the
that's
gyms are massive on. You can't
just rock up and be like, yeah, I'm going to bring like a ton of people to the gym, and they're going to sign up to the gym, so the gym itself gets money.
Yep. See that thing
from their memberships, but then I, as the PT, also then have to pay you money because I'm bringing people in.
That's what I don't get.
What?
Because it's like, well, if I'm a PT and I bring 5 members in and they just pay for a casual session, like $20 or whatever it might be, or they even join the gym, which is better, that's 5 clients I brought you.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're not going to be with me. I mean, some might, but realistically, a lot of people only want to do a couple of sessions. Maybe it's just to learn, or like, oh, hey.
Yeah, I think it's more like if you've got your PTs that work in the gym, then I guess you're taking away business. Like if they see like you training with someone and they come up to you and be like, hey, do you do PT? Like I could sign up. You're taking away that from the staff members. I don't know. Just everyone's trying to get their bag. And it's like, everyone can eat.
Big time.
Everyone can eat.
Big
How
time.
about you just relax? People take things too personally.
How's
this war in Iran?
That's
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Crazy.
Not to, mate. My feed is like Trump central, and not like I'm going down these like rabbit holes. It is Trump central because he's just always on the. Yeah. Everything is always happening. I'll get in my car, and one thing that I always do in the morning is I go, "Hey Google, give me the news."
Okay. And so you're just up to date.
Just see what's happening. That's it. There has not been a morning where it's not Trump. It is always something to do with Trump.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Yeah,
it does, but it's like
I'm like big time. They're big country.
I miss when we were younger and like we didn't know about any of this political stuff.
I'm glad that's where you're heading there because I thought you were going to go down a different route. So I'm glad that you've not done that one.
No. Mate.
I will say what I think you were going when we take this off, for reasons. So yeah, that's What else has been happening though? I guess.
Oh, well, sorry, we're done with jobs. What is it? Kmart employees.
Kmart employees. If you're just a staff member at the gym, what else would be pretty terrible? You know, I'm just
have to be boring.
Because I feel like I'm pretty open-minded in the sense of I'd be happy to give anything a crack.
Mm.
So what makes a shit job versus just a shit experience?
Yeah.
Because you could, like, how many people, I guess, growing up would you be like, oh, I wouldn't want to be a garbage man, but then it's like, well, is it really that bad? If I'm in the garbage truck, like, yeah,
listen to my tunes.
Like, you just bump into your own tunes.
Like a little video game.
Maybe on the odd time, I could imagine if a car's parked in the way of the bin. But then in that situation, you go, well, just up yours then. Like, I'm not picking up your rubbish. Because why did you park in front of the bin?
I wonder if they get beeped much. Like, there has to be people that are rude enough.
Oh, well and truly.
Like, you get stuck behind a garbage truck. Yeah, this is shit, but also this is their job.
Can you imagine a car trying to overtake a garbage truck and then pull out and see a car and you're like, damn it. Like, you just have to like chill behind this bloody garbage truck. Because it is a bit frustrating, but at the same time.
Yeah.
But what else would there be? Mystery shoppers. That's pretty how you go on job, I reckon. Just walking up and down aisles full of a basket and everyone's looking at you being like, this guy has been in the store for what are they doing?
They're never good at it either. I swear most of them usually tell you they're a mystery shopper. I remember when like I worked in a supermarket, some of them would just come up and just be like, yeah, I'm a mystery shopper. It's like, well, you're not doing your job right.
Yeah, but even all the ones that would come in and they'd be undercover security guards and they'd be in the same sort of situation where they're just going to pass a bit. What's undercover about you walking to the end of the aisle and constantly being like, it's like, mate, I can see you peeking around the corner. There is nothing secretive or undercover about that at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I've just thought of one. You've been to Chadstone?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I have.
The security that are outside like the Chanel and all the jewelry.
Yeah.
Because every time I go to Chadstone, it's not that busy, right?
It wouldn't be on the day that you go.
Well, just a weekday, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. On the weekdays, like, it's not busy, so not many people are coming in. And you're just standing there. And you got to have your arms like crossed.
How much they get paid for that?
Surely not a lot.
Because, interesting enough, and just tangent again, There was a guy who came into my current workplace, and when I tell you that he was doing sweet FA, like he would suck on a vape.
Sorry, an employee.
No, well, an employee for a business that we're dealing with.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
I guess has come in to like help share their workload because they need a certain amount of things done, and all that. And mate, the amount of times that this guy's just sucking on a
Good old vape.
on a vape. Thank you.
Good old vape pen.
Yeah, good old vape pen. Sucking on one, and then just walking.
Yeah.
He would have had his 10,000 steps done by 10 a.m. with how much walking he was doing around the bloody factory that I'm in. But mate, he was getting paid $55 an hour. And mind you, that's 8-hour days.
Yeah. Yep.
4 times a week because on the Friday we leave at 1.
Yep.
But I'm like, $55 and you're doing nothing.
Some people get slotted into just some really good paying jobs and they still complain.
crazy.
And then I know some people that work their absolute butt off and they get paid like the bare minimum.
But for me, all right, $55, yeah, you might have your average day, but because he had a mate that was working with him, or like another co-worker, that was working with him. His partner was pregnant, so then he's not at work, so he's by himself. But if that was the case, are you not just bringing in like AirPods or the Galaxy Pods, etc., and just bumping to your own music and just getting it done? Because if you're doing nothing, that day drags.
That's what I mean.
Like the days where you do nothing, just drag. Well, a lot of lollipop ladies, that's all just volunteer work too.
Oh, true.
And then you get in trouble if you're giving kids high fives. Remember when we covered that?
Yeah.
Because parents complain. It's like, all right.
The it's not called lollipop. But what's the ones where they're on the work site and they're doing the stop slow? What's that called again?
Oh,
or is it lollipop lady?
I would still say traffic control.
Traffic control. That's right. Because the blokes would definitely not want to be called lollipop lady.
No, not here.
Every time I hear people complain about the pay for that, because the pay is very good, especially if you're doing like night work and stuff. Every time I hear it, I was like, go do it then. Because fuck me, I could not stand there in the exact same spot all day, every day. You gotta
remember too, and like all the weather conditions. So like if it's cold, then like pissing down rain, you're rained on. If it's hot, you can't wear shorts and a t-shirt. You have to be
too much.
Long pants, long sleeved shirt.
Yeah, and some people complain about certain pays.
And then obviously jobs. The public too.
Yeah. I was like, but would you do it though? Like, would you actually consistently do it months on end? Like, yeah, some of the pay makes sense. Like you just stand. Like I get there's no skill in it. Don't get me wrong, but just it's a long
safety
day
though. Because if you have a driver that's having a bad day and they're like, oh, get out of the way, when's my turn? And you're like just there with like the stop.
Yeah, holding it like a tennis racket, like swinging it, like get away.
If you're the road that you're working on, someone's trying to get to their house, but they're stuck in the traffic. Mate, I live right there, and you're like, that's fine, mate, but you have to wait.
Oh, it's the ones that's crazy to me are the people that so what if it's a protest, like could be whatever they're protesting. The one that I never understand, and I feel like it pushes more people away than it brings people in, is the ones who block traffic. And they sit on the traffic.
What's up with that?
I don't understand. I've seen ones where they glue their hands to the fucking concrete, and some people have had their hand like amputated because they've used such heavy glue that they can't actually remove.
Got a message across.
Yeah, but they can't remove their hand, and it's like, what, is your message that important to lose a hand?
Surely not.
But also the people that genuinely have like, I've seen ones where the wife's pregnant and he's rushing to the hospital, or someone's sick and they're rushing to hospital and they're blocking it off. It's like all these people do when they hate you. If I'm very late for something, like the traffic is blocked, I'm going to hate your cause forever, and I'll probably push against it.
Yeah.
That one, you'd catch you more flies with.
If you're late nowadays,
that's it.
Say for like work or whatever. Let's say for work, if you're running late. Because I know for a fact if I was running late previously, I'd be like, oh shit, I'm in a rush, I gotta get there as quick as I can.
I know where you're going.
And all that. Nowadays, I'm just like, if I'm late, I'll get there when I get there. What's the point? I'm already late.
Yeah, I do this.
There's no point me stressing out. There's no point me causing a potential accident on the road.
Yeah,
I may as well have my breakfast. I'll have a shower.
I saw someone say that once. It was like, if you're late, you've already done the damage. Like you're sending the late text or the late call. Like you're going to show up late. Don't show up to a point where it's ridiculous.
Silly,
but have your shower, eat your breakfast, fucking, again, like you said, don't speed to work. Just fucking relax.
Yeah, just go with the flow.
It's a better way to do it. So, yeah. People who are watching have now seen Butters,
the infamous
our cat. Because we didn't have Butters here.
No, we didn't.
Jesus, that's fucking crazy
Yeah.
that it's that long. So
just living it up.
she is a featherbred. No, I don't know cats. I don't even know if that is a cat type.
Domestic black house cat.
She is the most nervous cat I've ever seen in my life. We have tried to take her outside because sometimes I get to a point where I'm like, fuck, is this life enough for her? Like,
yeah, I can understand that perspective.
Is the lounge room, hallway, kitchen, my bedroom enough of a life that'll keep her happy? So we try to take her outside.
Didn't like it.
Nah, the missus, she royally fucked up. She took her out near the grass, like picked her up. And mine was more like, no, we need to slowly like get it. And she picked her up, put her out in the grass. And in that moment, like fucking 5 to 10 birds all just tail dived her, like squawked, like it was just like a it was wrong place, wrong time. It's not that they were going for Butters, but they were just low in the air.
In the vicinity.
And they made the loudest noise and scared the absolute shit out of her. So now she won't even go, she won't go outside.
What?
She will make friends with other animals at the window. She has made friends with a fox. I don't know if it's a friendly interaction. I don't know if the fox wants to eat her. But every time I check the cameras, there is a fox at 2 a.m. that goes and says hello to her.
Right.
And there has been a couple of times where she has met different cats at the back fly screen door. And we had to stop letting her near the fly screen door because me and the missus were in bed asleep. And at 2 a.m., I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to give it a go. Oh, sorry about this. Gave her a flashback. That's her numb.
Yeah.
So
no, not again.
So she literally, I don't know if she attacked the cat or the other cat attacked or they both attacked at the same time. But
there was a verbal conflict.
There was a conflict, and
like, get off my property.
Or it could have been the fox, but it scared the absolute shit out of us, and it woke us up. So she's not allowed near the fly screen.
Right.
But she will take minimum 2 hours to warm up to someone.
Yeah, very true.
Minimum.
Very true.
She loves me, and the girlfriend loves us, but
anyone else,
she needs time.
Which makes sense. I understand.
She needs time. She's very, very nervous, but she's very well behaved. The only thing she does.
Socks. Like if you have socks out, she goes for them. Like
the only thing she does is she's fucked up that side of the couch. Yeah. That's it.
That's pretty good.
There hasn't been anything else. She always goes to the bathroom in the right spot.
Yeah, perfect.
She has eaten my girlfriend's hair,
and that happens.
But other than that, she's not. She's not too bad.
That's pretty good.
Out of everything, like I've met people who are like their cat has to piss on everything.
Yeah.
Their cat hates males
always
or
bites
females.
You,
yeah.
Always
fully vicious. Yep.
Yep.
This is kind of like the perfect cat, if I'm honest. So
very good temperament.
Yeah, got very lucky there. Very, very
beautiful.
Lucky, which is not too bad. Which is not too bad at all.
Oh, should we? What's that? That's 40 minutes.
Mate, we did well for a first potty back.
We go with that, and we listen to it back, or
can you fucking imagine if the audio's fucked up?
Oh, it's 1 in 10 if that's the case. Never. I reckon that's just.
But do you know what?
Solid equipment.
do you know the one that messes me up was when we had your missus on and we sat down and we got to the last pod, and the last pod was the serious pod.
Yes.
About like her family and like some stuff she's gone through. And it was 10 minutes in and like a 10-minute setup of like a serious conversation. And then it's like, oh my God, we didn't hit record.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding?
So then like you're trying to like bring that emotion.
I know, because it was the genuine stuff. And it's like, I have to fucking repeat everything. Because I was like a setup. And then
it really was.
It was like shit.
It really was.
It makes you think of all the people back in that. Now, like, it's very hard to like not, especially the professional podcast, to not record. Yeah. But you think of all the ones in the day where record wasn't hit or...
There wasn't a signal. Like, we're pretty fortunate that we have this massive button that is red
to be like says recording. Yeah. And then it's got the sound that's saying that we're talking. So it better work. We'll see.
But it'd be interesting. A bit of fun.
I really need to pee.
Yeah.
So that's good. Good first potty back, mate.
Great stuff.
How's that?
To see it. Done well.
Oh, then I can end with this. My favourite.
You can.
Thing.
Make sure that one. Yeah, that one.
We're just normal men.
Just leave with that.
What do you mean, normal men? We're just innocent, man.
And that'll do.
Are we going to get copyright on that?